Alright, so welcome back to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe if you're new, because in today's video we just got an update on the Naruto version of the game. So a new character is going to be added to the Naruto version of the game as well. And it is a new top character or a weight character, so let's go ahead and check out who the next character will be. Alright, so the next character being added as the top character for the game will be Rinnegan Sharingan Sasuke. So let's go ahead and check out his abilities and skills and see what he does. Alright, so just before we go over his abilities and skills, there is a code as well we're going to be giving out. They have given a code for everyone for the event because the event unfortunately isn't that great, I'm going to be honest. We'll go over the event a little bit later, but let's go over his fates or affinities. Alright, so for his first fate, you're going to need Obito Uchiha 6-part Sage, you're going to need Madara Uchiha, obviously the peak Madara or the top Madara. Then you're also going to need Naruto as well. This guy is very interesting because he has all attack boosts. Some characters, well most characters have HP, at least one HP boost, but this guy actually has 3 attack boosts, so 25%, 25%, and 30% on all the fates. Then obviously he has the boost effect for his weapon, and then the legendary book and legendary ring, same as always. Let's go over his curse seal first. In all gameplays, each level of the curse seal adds 525 attacks, so very similar to each round restores 240 chakra points, and every time he gets injured or he gets attacked, he returns 28 chakra points. This curse seal is not counted in the 4 curse seals, so do keep that in mind when you're running this guy on your team. His curse seal is not counted as one of the 4 curse seals. Alright, so let's get into his passive skill, Yin Power. Now, I'm very disappointed with devs with this because everything about his passive is just brought from other characters. It's actually quite funny. They didn't really do anything new for him. So the first part is basically a bit of Killer Bee's passive, which increases 25% damage reduction on all allies, reduces the target's chakra, so every time he gets attacked, 150 points each time he's attacked, and reduces the chakra of the attack by 75% every time he was attacked. So every time they're attacked, reduces chakra. Same thing as Killer Bee. And then this part of the passive is the same thing as 6 parts Madara. Because when there are 3 or more attack type ninjas on the allied field, increases 30% crit damage and 20% lifesteal rate of all allies. Now this one's all allies, not just for himself, so it is much better than 6 parts Madara. But you get what I mean. When there are 3 or more skill type ninjas, again, allied on the field, increases 30% OG damage, which is ultimate damage, and 20% control rate of all allies. When there are 3 more defense type, increases the break rate and the 20% block rate of all allies. There is only one Rinnegan Sasuke on the field, so this second part is very similar to Conan Swimsuit or Chopper on the One Piece version, Christmas Chopper. If he's the only one on the field, he gains just a bunch of stats forever. Again, this third one, same as Rin, part of a passive, so when he's attacked for the first time, makes the attacker weak. Attack defense, damage reduction rate are reduced by 60% and cannot be purified for 2 turns. Rin's is basically puts them to sleep for a turn or 2, but it's basically the same thing. And the fourth one, when he receives fatal damage for the first time, he'll be triggered. He's a Nagi invisible for 1 turn, making all allied skill type ninjas recover 20% HP and full chakra, which is very interesting. A lot of characters have invincibility, but this second part obviously is unique to him. And then when the battle begins, he'll be immune to all control effects for 2 turns. That's on a bunch of other characters. So nothing new really. It's just a bunch of characters they already have in the game, and they'll just put all their passives as his one passive. So it's very funny. But that's his passive there. Overall pretty good because all the characters mentioned are very good in the game. But let's go over his basic ability. Dealing 210% plus 25 points of damage to the enemy with the highest chakra and adding illusion. Illusion paralyzes for 1 turn, so guarantee paralyze, which is very good. Chakra reduced by 500 points. That's very nice. When releasing the ultimate skill, if his own chakra is greater than or equal to the enemy, it will trigger Blaze Release. Blaze Release increases damage of all allies by 40% for one turn. That's really good. If his own chakra is less than the enemy, it will trigger Chidori. Increases ultimate resistance of all allies by 40%. So that's absolutely amazing. And then the third effect, when releasing the ultimate skill, is triggered. All ally ninjas get 20% ultimate resistance, ignoring, and 20% damage reduction, ignoring. Every time one ninja is lost in the allied battlefield, so every time one ninja dies, the attribute bonus will be increased by 5% for one turn. But let's head over and check his ultimate ability. 6 Paths Blades, Release Susanoo. So 200% plus 25 points of damage to all enemies, so it's AoE. And adds Armor Dissolution. Block rate is reduced by 35%, defense is reduced by 35% for 2 turns, so that's for all the enemies. So basically you want this guy to be ulting early in your team so you can get this for your Allah ultimate skills. When releasing and you deal more damage, when releasing the ultimate skill, all allied ninjas will get increased damage reduction by 40%, increased control resistance rate by 40%, and transfer 60% of the damage taken to other allies with this effect when attacked. Very interesting. Send 60% of the damage they would take to other allies, so it spreads the damage out to your entire team. The transfer damage will not cause the death of allies and lasts for 1 turn. If there is only Sasuke on the field, the damage reduction effect will be increased by 80%, and control resistance rate will be increased by 80%. So that's very good in 1v1s. When releasing ultimate skill, when the number of ultimate skills is odd number, or trigger Amaterasu increases chakra of all allies by 300 points, and enter the Kaleidoscope state, increases damage rate by 20% for 2 turns, and purifies 3 random ninjas, debuffs, and recovers 20% maximum HP. When the number of released ultimates is an even number, triggers Shibaku Tensei. All of our allies must release the ultimate skill in the next turn, and they enter the state of 6 Paths Jutsu, which increases damage reduction by 20% for 2 turns, dispels 2 random enemy ninjas buffs, and there's a 60% chance to stun them. So very similar to some other ninjas where they do different effects based on the number of ultimates you do in your turn. So overall, let's go over the event and the code that they've given us. Alright, so this is the event banner that they did send. So it says Black Friday event, the 11th of 25th to the 11th of 27th. So it's literally going to come tomorrow. Group purchase limit time blessing, unfortunately. Now, it does say group purchase, however, it does say limit time blessing. So very unfortunate. That is a very bad event. Limit time blessing is probably the worst event in the entire game. It's complete trash. I hate this event. It's so bad. The drop rate is like 0.01%. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Maybe they buff the rates, but who knows. We'll do some pulls obviously when he comes out, but I don't expect to get him at all because the rates are really bad. And the discount coupon code for the event, you will get 10 limit time blessing stones, is Friday and then 11:25. So Friday 11:25 is the coupon code to get 10 limit time blessing stones so you can pull for the character. Alright, so I really hope you guys enjoyed the rundown of the new top character of Rinnegan Sasuke, and I really hope to see you guys in the next video.